can't handle your trust. Your tripping got me in and out of love. Way of life don't change you. I guess this is what it came to.
How am I to blame for the pain from your last guy? Swear it's such a shame we can't change all these bad vibes. Say you wanna change, it's so strange you can't act right. Going through these days and the days, it's the last time. Swear I'm done with all that. Guess it's time to fall back. Still tripping on what we had. Really thought we would last. Gave you anything that you asked. Gave you the real me, no mask. Missed the kisses and the laughs. Guess we wasn't meant for that past. Guess it's too hard to be real now. Too scarred, we can't heal now. Went too far, there's no thrill now. Grew apart, we can't deal now. It ain't real love, it's just guilt now. Can't feel love when you feel doubts. Kill the trust while you still around. Acting up like you still down. Still worried about how they see you. Couldn't see, so see through. Only this.
The underground is from the heart. A lot of people told us to get in contact with you. When you underground, you go in and you do what you feel.
Oh my God!
Circumnavigating planet Earth.
Underground radio.
Underground radio.
Right versus wrong. Good versus evil. God versus the devil. What side you on?
Underground radio.
.com.au.
Hey, how are you, Rach?
I'm good.
Good morning.
New 10 a.m. show.
Yeah.
Wow, so we're not doing the 9 p.m. anymore.
No.
Although we've thought that we might just randomly pop up on a Friday night if we've got something happening in the studio. But
Yeah.
as far as that happens, that'll just be random and we'll be coming in at 10 a.m. weekdays.
Well, that's right.
EST.
That's the beauty of the interweb is that we can just hit go live whenever we want and we can just do it.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
do it. Yeah. Hey, how was your weekend, Rach?
Oh, it's a blur.
Yeah.
It's a blur.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to say good morning to all the new viewers from Australia and from the United States who have tuned in. I really think we've got to help spread the word, what we're doing here. We need thousands of shares, guys. We need millions of likes, millions of followers, and let's make Underground Radio big.
Yeah, well, we thank you for your support anyway. So if you can, help us out that way, that would be awesome.
We need to make it big because Underground Radio is a platform for all of the artists out there that are making this awesome hip-hop, rap music. And, Rach, I, for one, love it.
Yes, absolutely. And there's just some amazing artists out there and they've all got such unique, stories. Some are sad, some are, bad. But, it's great to have just such an interesting array and, difference in culture and life and get a different perspective, definitely.
Yeah, and the thing is, Underground Radio is the people's platform. So if you've got music, if you've got a message, if you want to talk to the masses without the filtering of commercial media, if you just want to get it out there, this is what we do. This is 2020, guys.
It is 2020.
This is 2020. Actually, Underground Radio on the internet is what pirate radio was back in the 80s. Because back in the 80s, pirate radio is basically what brought soul music to the forefront of modern music. It was the pirate radio movement that did it. So Underground Radio in 2020 on the internet is what it's all about. Yeah. So Rach, we've got a special guest on the show today. Hopefully the phone call will be coming through soon, but this artist, he's worked recently with a lot of big names in hip-hop and rap in the United States. He's worked with Houston hip-hop legend Paul Wall. Those people from the US probably know of Paul Wall's music. Also, he's worked with Grammy Award winner Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. You like Bone Thugs and Harmony, didn't you, Rach?
Oh, my brother was a huge Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. In fact, I think he got our whole family started on the whole hip-hop thing when back in the day, back in the old school days. He was the original rapper in our house. And then it got taken over by, the Little Bros. And the rest is history. So if you you can Google my bros anyway on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check out the music.
Google Joel Turner, Tim Turner, modern day poets. Yeah. Actually, Tim was the first Aussie white rapper to have a number one hit song in Australia. But other artists who our special guest Wicked, who hopefully will be calling up soon, has worked with. He's worked with famous US rapper Mozzie, the record producer. He's also worked with American rapper Lucky Luciano, CEO of Steak and Shrimp Records, GT Garza, and he's also worked with Ohio's legendary rapper King Locust. Now, a lot of Australians might not know some of the names that we're mentioning, but we'll be playing tracks from all of those artists in the show this morning. So you'll get to hear a lot of really cool music. In fact, the music that we've had to choose from was just too much. So much good stuff. So, I can't wait to get into it.
I think the most interesting thing about this artist, though, is that he's done all of this from jail. So how on earth do you have a rap career from jail?
Yeah, well, that's right. And, the other thing I didn't realise until recently is that dropping rap verses from prison over the phone is a thing.
Well, I had no idea either,
it's
definitely eye-opening.
Yeah.
Into the world of being, locked up, locked down. We kind of get it a little bit, don't we, with the recent lockdowns, but I'm sure we have no idea what it's really like inside.
No, I haven't spent any time in prison, and then firstly, I've got to be grateful for that. But, you never know the hand that life's going to deal, do you?
No, you don't.
And you just got to make the best of situations that we get dealt with.
Definitely. You got to see the positive side of it and survive every day.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Wicked and a lot of young guys in the States is that they easily get caught up in gang life. This is probably the call coming through right now. So, see if we can get a connection going on here, Rach. Oh, I see. I got it. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're getting a connection from South Dakota. Hello, welcome to Underground Radio.
Hello.
You're live on Underground Radio, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah. How you doing there, Wicked?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can you hear me on the connection? It sounds like we're got a time lapse on here.
Yeah, there is a time lapse. You'll have to get used to talking with that, but we can hear you loud and clear, bro.
Oh, that's good, that's good. How you guys doing, man?
Yeah, we've been good. We're excited that we've moved our show to 10 a.m. Australian time, which is 7 p.m. your time, so hopefully you guys can enjoy more of the underground hip-hop rap stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you even having me on here. I was listening to you right now, what you were saying about the whole underground platform and not having the media monitoring everything. I didn't know you guys were doing that. I like that.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's what it's all about. I mean, it's got to be a platform for the people to get their voice out there. And, I mean, dropping rap verses from prison is a thing now. In your own words, how did you grow up, Wicked? You had 4 brothers, right?
Yeah. Me and my 4 brothers. Honestly, man, I grew up pretty poor. Like, I grew up in the hood part of town, so yeah, it was pretty rough in my neighborhood growing up, which kind of led to why I'm in prison right now, I guess.
Yeah, so you learned a lot when you were young.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's kind of like, what inspires me with my music is all the things I've seen growing up and witnessing at a young age. So I don't know. I guess for me, it's kind of like for an artist, to me, it's kind of like we're the newspaper. The newspaper of what goes on in the hood. We're just telling the real story of what goes on and the reality of life.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think it's important that your fans, know about your background and how you grew up and that sort of thing. So your mum was addicted to drugs, but you lived with your grandfather for quite a while until he passed away. And how did that affect your life?
Honestly, like for me, it was like two different worlds, because my grandpa, he was a whole different kind of person. He was like hardworking. With him, I was honor roll student, was into boxing, everything trying to impress him, And my mom, definitely not any fault. I don't blame her for any of that, but she kind of going through addiction, and so living with her was like a whole different, watching people, smoke dope or cut up dope, sell dope. So it was just two opposite worlds,
Yeah.
But,
Hey,
but to your question, but when my grandpa passed away, it was more like that light was out, So I was more focused into the streets at that point.
and how old were you?
Between like 12 and 14. Between like 12 and 14, I was really into falling into the streets and stuff. And actually, at 16 is when I caught a murder case. And I've been locked up ever since. For 22 years, I've been in here now.
Right, okay. Well, listen, we've got a lot of your songs that we're going to play this morning, so I wanted to just kick off with a song you did with Lil Koo called Don't Judge Me. Can you tell me about that song?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Oh, can you tell me about the song Don't Judge Me, the song you did with Lil Koo?
Oh, yeah, that's actually, one of my best friends who was murdered. And that song kind of talks about him and kind of talks about, like the realities of where we're from. And, me sitting in here, I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I've seen, their kids end up coming and going. So I just wanted to write something and kind of like, excuse me, wanted to write something and just, speak on that reality of this cycle that we're stuck in and this way we're living, and nobody's teaching that next generation, there's nothing special about coming in here. It's nothing to glorify, So that's kind of what the song's about, kind of about the realities of being in here, and my homie that died, and my uncle too, who was murdered, kind of talks about that, and just the realities of what I live, what I see. But I feel like it's kind of an explanation of my life and why I feel like it's not on nobody else to judge me for what I've been through, because it's just how it is. That's how it was for me.
Yeah, cool. Well, I really like this song. Let's roll it. You can stick around and talk to us for a while there, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, this is Wicked Don't Judge Me with Lil Koo on Underground Radio.
You don't know what I've been, so you shouldn't judge me. You don't know how I live my life, so please don't judge me. You don't know what I've been, so you shouldn't judge me. You don't know how I live my life, so please don't judge me.
I'm in myself dreaming, searching for that meaning. Know it's complicated, I can't comprehend the reason. Should be celebrating, but my homies ain't here breathing. Should be educated, but my homies out there drinking. All these demons got me thinking, what the fuck is freedom? I was just a teen, homie, watch my mama feeding. I was in them streets, homie, no one to believe in. I can hear them screams, still see him on that cement. I've been having dreams of him laying there still bleeding. Guess I'm just still grieving. They wonder why we beefing, killing off our own kind. guess it's just that season. I can never leave him, so guess I gotta lead him. Cautious what I feed him, cause I know they believe it. Thought we needed help, but we don't really need it. Got me in this cell, just working out and breathing. Thought that we would fail, but look what we achieving.
You don't know what I've been, so you shouldn't judge me. And you don't know how I live my life, so please don't judge me. You don't know what I've been through, and you don't know how I live my life.
Used to chill in the canal, started running wild. Little homie got gunned down. It's been a while since we smiled in and out of juvenile. Had to take my vows. My uncle was a gangster, shit. I hope I make him proud. I got word that he died on the curve in his ride. I swear it hurts when I cry. Gotta learn to survive in the city where it's gritty. They with me or against me. Hope the Lord forgives me. We was counting out them pennies. Mom was on that welfare, but she just got too many mouths to feed. I was out, gotta leave. I was bound to the streets selling pounds. What you mean? I can't kick it with my fellas. Just cause we all felons. The homies mama smoked out. Who the fuck gon' tell him? We both from that same town, so why the fuck you jealous? They say I won't make it out cause they just see my records. I say they just faking out cause they know they just failed us.
You don't know what I've been, so you shouldn't judge me. And you don't know how I live my life, so please don't judge me.
Yeah, Underground Radio. We're here this morning with Wicked, rapper from South Dakota prison in the United States. I don't think I've ever interviewed someone from inside before, Wicked.
Hey, man, I just want to say real quick, man, shout out to Little Cool, man, on that hook. Like, dude, he did a good job on capturing what I was feeling on. Yeah, shout out to him, man.
This is amazing. So good morning, Wicked. This is Rach from the Pete and Rach Show. So it's great to have you on the show this morning, and I really love your music. It's really quite emotional. So just wondering, you caught a life sentence. So in the US, how long is a life sentence? Like, how long are you looking at staying in prison for?
Well, every state different, but over here for me, it's like it's 40 to life, so I have to do mandatory 40. Then, like, there's more time added onto that. But they passed this new law, I guess, about giving minors life sentences. And since I was 16 when it happened, I fall into that category. So right now, everything's in court, so I'm kind of waiting to see if I'm going to be able to be released pretty soon or how much time I'm actually going to have to do.
Right, wow.
But yeah, every state's different. Some have mandatory life and some are just 15 or 20, but I'm just waiting to see.
And it's amazing that you're actually rapping from jail. So, like, how does all of this work for anyone that's kind of interested in, how you're actually doing this from jail? Because I can tell you that I found it quite amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit tricky sometimes. In the beginning, like, I really only started pushing this since last year, so it was kind of tricky trying to figure out how to really get myself recorded, and it kind of sounded clear because it's all over the phone. So the first ones, you could kind of tell the difference where they're just, like, really muffled and you can't really tell what I'm saying. But, like, basically, I searched through these tablets that we get these tablets over here, so I kind of like search through them and find like a beat that like I want to write to or whatever. I'll write to it, and then I'll call home to my people, and they record me. And depending on like which artist I work with, they take it, do their magic to it in the studio, and there you go. Next thing you know, it's a song, and people like you put it out there. So that's amazing right there, to even have people that, saying ain't judgmental like that, or willing to, how some people have that view of somebody in prison, like, they don't deserve to, do anything with their life, or just sit in there and rot away or whatever. So yeah, man, shout out to you guys for even, putting that platform for us.
Well, I think at the end of the day, if people can change their lives and come out and try and change it for the better, you know, that's got to be a positive for the whole of society.
Oh yeah, I believe that too. I see it all the time. Like to be honest, some of the nicest people, and it might sound like contradictory, but some of the nicest people and some of the realest people I've met have been people that's come through here. You know.
Absolutely. And how do you?
I mean, I don't think everybody's bad.
No, I don't. I think people make mistakes, don't they? And so that doesn't, you know, sometimes that affects their whole life and other times it doesn't. So what could you say to your, like, if you could go back and talk to your younger self at 16 or 12 or 14, what do you think you'd want to tell that young man?
Man, honestly, man, there's so much, like, I don't even know if I could just fit all that into this time we got right now, but it's just, at that age, when I look at myself now, I remember back then I used to think, like, I knew everything, and now I talk to kids that are 16, 15, I'm like, man, they're just little kids, you know, they're just babies, and I don't know, I would try to steer myself away from that whole gang lifestyle and, you know, thinking there's something, you know, cool about that, or, you know, it was hard at the time to see it, but, you know, looking back now, it's like all these people that, you know, claim to be your friends and claim to be your homies, and you go to jail, you never hear from them again, you never see them again, and it's like, well, where was all that love? Where was all the stuff that we were building up, you know? So I would definitely try to tell myself what I try to tell the kids I talk to now. There's nothing special about coming in here. There's nothing that makes you a man or makes you anybody. It's better to, you know, live your life, do something, be a good dad, be a good husband, you know, get a job, all the basic stuff. Because, like, honestly, before my grandpa passed away, I had plans to go to the Marines, and then, you know, life happened or whatever. But yeah, that's what I told myself: just steer clear of this whole way of living.
Well, bro, some of your music is so powerful. I want to play another music video. I'd like to play a clip you did with King Locust called No Feelings. I really like this music video. And you're listening to Underground Radio, live Pete and Rach Radiotherapy. Thanks for tuning in.
Jarrell Ortega.
The whole time they like, wait up, I'm like, wait up, let's get it. All them long nights that I stayed up, getting blazed up, no visits. I ain't gotta play or play tough, I was raised up with no feelings. Built my name up, straight came up, first 8 months in this prison. Knocked 2 bitches, caught 2 pigeons. Fools telling, gotta move different. New Philly, had the rules missing. Who you telling, had to do business. Ain't got nothing, ain't pop nothing. That Teflon ain't stopping nothing. Turn feds on when the drop is coming. Got your man caught with a chopping song. Yeah, and that's why I'm on a power trip. Towers round the hour, watch showers, but this is our shit. Powder got these cowards up hours like they some owls and shit. Me, I'm counting thousands, blow ounces like it's allowed and shit. Devils in the details, females on DLs. Weed sales, I prevail. Sell out in pre-sales. Full speed, no seatbelts. Full please, you evil. Don't ask me, harass me. Homie, ask Queen how she felt.
Hot and blue, the ceiling off it. We ain't talking if it ain't profit. Paper made on a daily basis. Razor blade cutting the cooked up cake mix. You can hate it, but my nickel place it. Influenza, if it corporate in ya. God bless us, send them off on a stretcher. Money counter, getting more of the yes sir. No feelings till a stack up a million. Far away from residue in the blender. Eyes to the sky, trying to get a billion. A-class, bulletproof to the fender. Presidente, more than a member. Caliente, got the block in the skillet. Burn it down, this is what you gotta deal with. They got a conscience, but I don't feel shit. Feel nada like I numb off Prada. Splitting image, looking just like my father. Rest of power is my turn in the lack. Don dot, I feel my presence in the trap. 2 to 4, multiply, don't subtract. Unless it's too many suckers on my sack. Swear I got too many slugs in my strap. Let the bitch breathe, put it straight on the app. Nothing safe, I send a kite in the flash. Get a nigga poked up on his rack. Back to the street, choked up a bag. Minimal combo, just hand me the cash. Fraternize, no strictly business. Nothing personal, I don't want for a witness. Boogeyman, get at him like a whisper. Light breeze on your clothes. I ain't telling the pig shit, let the door close. Do my time, come back, I love it. OG rules, black pages and buckets. Really factor, iPhone in the truck with army issue. I ain't nothing to fuck with. All grind, this ain't no luxury, no rabbit foot, just to chill up. Put on my back, permanent gangster look. Black, nigga, the banger shook. Foes off of they pedestals. I don't think I'ma let it go. What, nigga, this throne I'm on. Sitting on top of scars and bones. Dope spot full of bows and zones. Wicked calling on the smuggle phone. Hot and blue, the ceiling off it. We ain't talking if it ain't profit. Paper made on a daily basis. Razor blade cutting the cooked up cake mix. You can hate it, but my nickel place it. Influenza, if it corporate in ya. God bless you, send them off on a stretcher. Money counter, getting more of the yes sir. No feelings till a stack up a million. Far away from residue in the blender. Eyes to the sky, trying to get a billion. A-class, bulletproof to the fender. Presidente, more than a member. Caliente, the block of the skillet. Burn it down, this is what you gotta deal with. They got a conscience, but I don't feel shit.
How good is that? That's amazing. Ohio's legendary rapper King Locust with Wicked. Man, your music is just amazing. It's just phenomenal, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Hey, listen, you were an honor roll. Sorry, go on.
No, I just wanted to say, man, yeah, King Locust, that dude's a beast, man. From Akron, Ohio, man. Shout out to him, too. If you get a chance, check out some of his music, man. Dude is dope.
Yeah, for sure. That's just so good. I really love the clip. And just your verse over the phone couldn't be better.
And how do you come about doing all these songs with all of these rappers? Are these people that you know, or are they like, friends of friends, or how does it come about collabing with these people?
Well, now they've become friends. Some of them over the time that we work and stuff. But honestly, in the beginning, I was just hungry, So in my mind, I'm like, I need to reach out to these people, I don't know if they'll ever answer or not, but at least gotta try. So I just start messaging them, trying to get in touch with them, and some would answer back, some wouldn't, and slowly, it would turn into something else. Cause like one artist I would work with, like Lucky was working in the studio, and Busy Bone is over there in the same area, and they just happened to, be in link with each other, and he hears this, and he heard my verse, and next thing you know, he wants to do a song, and yeah, it just turns into something like that. So that's another thing I would tell, like, any artist that's out there and, thinks it's not possible. Like, all you have to do is try, put in that dedication, and you never know what can happen. But if you don't try, ain't nothing going to happen, that's for sure. So, yeah, definitely, put an effort in, and you never know what's going to happen,
And if you can get out of prison soon, do you think that's what you want to pursue, is like a career with music?
You said if I get out, would I still mess with music?
Oh, would you want to pursue music as a career, or rapping as a career?
Yeah, I would. I would definitely. Like I said, for me, I feel like there's so much power in music, and there's so many, like, music is such a big influence on people that you might not get that same ability just from talking to somebody, and you don't know how many other people can share that song or whatever. So like, I feel like music has its own unique little way of reaching people. So yeah, I would definitely do that, because especially with the way the world's turning now, like, somebody got to spit that real stuff, somebody got to speak that message. So if I get out, I'm definitely going to keep pursuing it.
Hey, Wicked, do you mind if I take you back to the day of the shooting? What led up to it, and what went down, in your own words? Are you allowed to talk about what happened?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, honestly, that was in the time that all this was happening for my neighborhood. It was a lot of gang violence going on at the time. Like, literally, no exaggeration. Like, every other weekend there's drive-by shooting. in our neighborhood and back in their neighborhood, and it was just like really like war. Like there's no other way to put it. It was actual war, you know, this urban war, and you know, it's weird to say because like the average kid, you know, they're going to prom and worried about what they're going to do at school, and we're over here worried about, you know, if we're going to survive the day, you know, if another friend's going to get murdered, or are we going to get murdered, you know? And basically, you know, that's how it was. They had some rival gang members that shot up pretty close to my house not too long before that, and so tensions was kind of already high, I guess you could say. And you know, just one thing led to another, and it just escalated, and then did a drive-by shooting, and somebody innocent was killed, and life changed for a lot of people that day, you know.
Yeah.
And that's something why, like everything I push, and then trust me, that's not something I glorify in no way possible.
Yeah.
Even though I speak about it or I rap about it, that's because that's the reality of it. But it's not something I'm pushing like to glorify, because if I could change it, I would do that in a heartbeat. And I try to push that message so the next person that is still out there living that life, you know, the kids that are still in the mindset that I was at the time, you know, so maybe they'll look at it and see something different and choose a different path.
There's some big name artists that are really pushing for your release as well, and a lot of, you know, rappers and people in the hip hop community that want you freed, including Snoop Dogg. I've seen the picture of Snoop Dogg holding up your Free Wicked T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you still keep talking, bro?
Oh, yeah, no, it kind of went out a second. I didn't hear what the last part you said.
I was just saying there's a lot of people in the hip-hop and rap community wanting you to be freed, including Snoop Dogg. I saw the picture of him holding up the Free Wicked T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Snoop Dogg, man. Actually, you know, we're supposed to be working on something real soon to drop, but yeah, that was kind of, you know, weird for me because like I grew up listening to Snoop Dogg, you know, that was like the idol back in the day, you know, everybody listened to Snoop, so for that to happen and for me to actually, you know, like talk to him on the phone, yeah, it was something special. Like I was telling everybody, it's like after I called and talked to him, but nobody was believing me. I was like, just talk to Snoop Dogg, you know, and everybody's like, get out of here lying and shit.
Yeah.
So I told Snoop the next time I talked to him, I was like, hey, you know, nobody believes that I actually talked to you and, you know, whatever. So, you know, I had this whole Free Wicked movement where a lot of people, you know, they wear my Free Wicked shirt. So he was like, hey, I seen, you know, that T-shirt, all your friends wearing it. So send me that T-shirt and I'll take a picture with it, and that way they can believe you. So, yeah, that's how that happened.
You've done some songs with some pretty big names in the hip hop and rap community. You did a track with Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, which I want to play right now. Tell us about how you met Busy and how you came to do this song called "Free My Gangsters."
Yeah, that one right there, that was a special one because Lucky Luciano, man, he's a legend in himself, and you know, I had linked up with him on some other songs, and we just got to talking, and we were talking about doing a whole album together. And Busy Bone happened to, you know, he's in Houston now, so Lucky's like, you know, we got Busy Bone right here, and let's put the pieces together. And literally sat down, and he heard the verse, and just got to doing his thing, and next thing you know, it turned into a song, and yeah, I was just in amazement, like, man, this is a real live Busy Bone, you know? And then that's what happened. So that song ended up turning into an album, and there you go.
Yeah, well, much respect. Anybody who gets to do a track with Busy Bone is blessed. Let's play this song. This is Free My Gangsters, Wicked with Lucky Luciano and Busy Bone on Underground Radio.
Lockdown Love. Young Wicked. Waiting on you, man. So lucky. Busy Bone. Bone Thugs in Harmony, the Midwest Cowboy. Free my gangsters. Free my thugs. My thugs.
Everybody wants some. Everybody knows some. Everybody want gang bang to the AK start gunning. Everybody like Nino. Everybody got kilos. Everybody got bodies till the feds come with that Rico. Still got dreams of Maseratis for my posse. Currently it's autopsies of their bodies. Bury me with currency in a shotty. If they ever murder me, guarantee my homies got me feds flicking paparazzi. Visit pictures with a thotty. But where were they for my court pass? Could afford a lawyer for the court hands. Smoke a pour, hope the Lord hears me. I pray solid, pray the little homies, I stay solid. Pray enemies stay blind and rape the murder rate when the gang violence caught a murder case. Now it's gang silent while FaceTime. Push-ups in my cage rider. Tatted up with that gang riding. Got open cases, just hope we make it here. Lil' bro for that home invasion. Gotta be alone cause I'm over anxious. Speaking cold cause they know the statements. Man, free the folks, man, free my gangsters.
Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters.
Free the real ones doing time. Ain't coming home on the main line. These kids throwing up gang signs until they end up in a cage crying. Friend of mine called me from prison. Said that he can't win for losing. Thought that he was coming home, but they moved him to a different unit. Asked if I could send him some. Said he just got out the hole. Beat the shit out his new celly. They tried to house him with a choke mode. Some shit he can't let slide. Look like he ain't gonna make parole. IJ paid him, said hold it down. I'ma make sure that he hit the stove. $50 pair of shoes and a $25 fan. Steak and shrimp when he touched down, like fuck some noodles and spam. For the ones that kept it real, I got nothing but respect. They tell me to keep on shining with my foot up on your neck. I was thugging since a kid, I don't bang no more, I'm grown. Instead of running through the streets, I'm with my family at home. If I end up on lock, then my son's gon' hit the block. Doing shit I could've stopped, that's the shit I'm all about.
Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. Free my gangsters. Free my thugs. Free my thugs. Free my gangsters. Free my thugs. Free my thugs. Free my gangsters. Free my thugs. Free my thugs. Free my gangsters. Free my thugs. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters. They gon' hate us whatever we do. There'll be haters around us, and brother, you know this. Free my gangsters.
Wow. I just love the way Busy flows on his verses. That's totally awesome. That's the collab Wicked did with Busy and Lucky. You're listening to Underground Radio live around the globe this morning with our featured artist from South Dakota. Now you got transferred from Kansas Penitentiary. Wicked, tell us, how did that happen? What went down? How come you're not in Kansas anymore?
What'd you say? That last part went out.
How come you got transferred from Kansas, Wicked? What went down there? You're in South Dakota now, right? Can you talk about
man,
that?
Yeah, that's just a long history of me just acting up. A bunch of things added up that they got tired of dealing with me over there. Like, I don't know, for a while I just had that mindset of, like, I have life, I have nothing to lose, who cares? So, you know, that type of environment over there, it's a little more dangerous than, I guess, you know, to other places. But so me being a young kid, just 16 years old with all these, like, adults and murderers and rapists and, like, the worst of the worst. So in my mind, I felt like, you know, I have to be the baddest and I have to be the, you know, the craziest. So I was getting into a lot of trouble and different stabbings and took a guard hostage and a couple other things, you know, that, you know, ain't nothing to glorify or brag about or nothing. And a couple of relationships with staff. And after that, the last thing that kind of, you know, tipped it all was they had a little war over there and somebody got stabbed up. So they kind of was like, you know, that's the last straw for you. And we're not going to let you out here. We'll give you a chance, go to another prison and start again, see if you can, you know, do something better with yourself, I guess. So coming here is like a fresh start for me.
Yeah. So
which I guess is a good thing because, like I said, it shows kind of two different things, because being in that environment where it's hostile like that and there's like so much negativity, you have to adapt to that. You know what I mean? You have to become an animal almost. Like it's crazy to say, but that's the psychology of it. Like you have to become animal to survive in the jungle. You know, so the environment kind of makes you into what you are at the same time. Because fast forward later, they put me over here in this state, and it's not that kind of place. Like there's not that much violence here. There's not that much, you know, those type of things going on. So the 5 years that I've been here, haven't been in no problems, no, you know, it just goes to show, like, your environment has not everything, but it has a lot to do with how you are, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And can you tell us, has COVID-19, the coronavirus, been a concern for inmates?
Yeah, it's definitely a concern here. It's kind of like narrowed down a little bit, but in prison it's more intensified because you're in such close quarters with people, and there's not really much you can do that you're not going to be in touch with people and touching what they touch, and you have to go to chow hall. So, and then here, I don't know if you've seen on the news, but there was a meat packing plant right next door to the prison in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And that became the number one hotspot in the whole United States.
Right.
So we were like really in direct contact with it. But I mean, right now they got everybody, you know, doing basically what you guys are doing, you know, wearing masks and sanitizing our hands and all that stuff.
Yeah. I want to play.
What's crazy though is honestly, before it ever even got famous, before it got put out there, like I think I had that like in January before it ever like hit mainstream media, because I was like crazy sick for like 2 months straight, and then like after that everybody's like, oh, COVID, you know, COVID-19, whatever. But go ahead, though. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's all right. I just want to keep playing some more of your music videos. I want to play another track you did with Dollar Boy and T. Garza, Can't Let 'Em. Can you tell us about that song?
Yeah, that's another one. That's actually one of my little partners and stuff out there. It's crazy. His mom is my best friend, so me talking to her and her saying, you know, he was trying to do something with his music. You know, of course, like, that's the type of person I am. So this song came about because it's me trying to help my little homie, you know, start his career off and do something with himself. And GT Garza, there was just a beast too on there, and he just came through and blessed the songs, and there you go.
Cool. Well, this is Can't Let 'Em, Wicked, T. Garza and Dollar Boy on Underground Radio.
Wicked music.
Look, nah, I can't let them hold me. I'm just here to get my bread up, yeah. Nah, I can't let them slow me. Now, look, I can't let them
They know
slow
I
me.
don't play with it. I was raised different, suckers trying to bang on the gang. I be straight tripping. All these snakes got me caged in the state prison. Not the same, nah, we ain't got the same vision. Legendary, till I'm buried. All these suckers scary, homie, we ain't never worried. All these bitches flirting, homie, we don't never curve them. Shout out to my jury, I be doing this on purpose. I ain't tripping off the charges, I'ma go regardless. I be with the hardest, playing who can go the hardest. I be where them killers be, we a different breed. I be in the class doing math like it's chemistry. I be in the back with the sack, sipping Hennessy. I be with the pack, moving packs, it's a prison thing.
Look, nah, I can't let them hold me. I'm just here to get my bread up, yeah. Nah, I can't let them slow me. Look, I know when the sun goes up, nah, I can't let them hold me. Look, even when the sun goes down, nah, I can't let them slow me. Nah, look, I can't let them slow me.
I could turn a 28 into a 56. This that water wheel, bubble up. In the kitchen, winning, trying to double up. I feel like double O. Give me the Addy, I'm ready to go. 22 shooters in the whip, 30 in the clip to make sure I don't miss. Real boss, put my hitters in position on this money making mission. I don't see no competition. Dollar beneficial sliding, even if it isn't beneficial. This the definition of real. All that pump faking, moving goofy shit to get you killed. You ain't really active in the field until you gotta kill. I've been riding solo, ready for a drill. 30 in my steel, yeah, gang life. Is you ready for this life? You ain't really active in this life until you gotta kill. I've been rolling sober, ready for a drill. Fighting for a op, you can catch me on the north. Hanging out the window, throwing up the forks, yeah, it's dollar.
Look, nah, I can't let them hold me. I'm just here to get my bread up, yeah. Nah, I can't let them slow me. Look, I know when the sun goes up, nah, I can't let them hold me. Look, even when the sun goes down, nah, I can't let them slow me. Now, look, I can't let them slow me.
Yeah, how good is that? You're listening to Underground Radio with our guest this morning, Wicked from South Dakota Penitentiary. When did you really get into music and start rapping, Wicked?
You said when I started getting into rapping?
Yeah, when did you really start getting into it?
Honestly, I guess you could say, I kind of messed with it a little bit just growing up, you know?
Yeah.
But I really didn't push it until last year. Like, last year is when I really was like, all right, I'm gonna try to make something of this and try to push it. So, I mean, it's really, to myself, you know, it's kind of crazy. Like, all these artists and all the things that I've been able to accomplish all happened within just last year. So, it kind of trips me out, you know, just to see it actually happening. Like, I used to dream about it, and then to see it actually come into fruition, it's kind of crazy. Because, like, in the prison over there in Kansas, they have an actual studio in the prison, but every holiday they'll let the inmates bring all the equipment out to the rec, and they'll do like a live concert, you know, for like 4th of July or whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember at this time I was going through cancer. So the doctors literally told me, like, you're not going to live past 2 years. Like, don't even, if you make it a year, that's a blessing, you know? So I started getting into God a lot at the time. And I was just thinking, like, how can I make the best of this, you know, last year or two of my life and, you know, try to spread that word. And they ended up having a concert. And one of the guys was doing a rap song. And I was like, I know I could probably use the music to push the message out there, and went back, wrote something, and came back, and a lot of people was feeling it, and so I kind of did that, you know, and that's what kind of kick-started it, but then I kind of fell off for a while, but yeah, last year is when I really, really decided, like, I'm going to get serious about it, no more playing around.
Yeah. You mentioned God before, and did you know God before you were in prison?
Yeah, actually, you know, when, like I said, when I lived with my grandpa, I was kind of a whole different lifestyle. So I was an altar boy, actually, for like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years as a kid. So, like, we went to church, you know, grew up around God. And,
yeah.
You know, as time went on, I, you know, studied the Bible. And then I spent, like I told you, I got into it fought the guards and took the guard hostage. I spent 5 years in segregation for that.
Yeah.
So within those 5 years, I actually got my associate's degree in biblical counseling and theology, so like I was really, really heavy into God and pushing that message.
Yeah.
And do you think that helps you cope in prison as well, like with your mental health and, you know, living in close quarters with people and not having freedom? Does that help you with your mental health?
I apologize. It went out again. I couldn't hear what you said.
No, I was just saying, you know, you're in close quarters with people and you don't have any freedom and you're in prison for a long time. So do you find, you know, knowing God helps you with your mental health and living your life inside?
Oh, yeah, definitely that. That's for sure. There's times, you know what I mean, where this is really like a real dark place. And there's a lot of like emptiness and brokenness here. So like being able to have that hope, even if it ain't in this life, you know, maybe it's in the next life, just being able to have something to hold on to and, you know, that message of God and salvation. Yeah, that definitely helps you make it through the days in here. Because that's really where I lost myself, and I kind of pulled away from it, you know, since the whole cancer thing. But, you know, going through it, that's really what had me acting up so much, because I didn't have that hope and I didn't have that faith in God. So it's just like, what do I got to lose, you know? I'm just going to wild out. So being able to have that. And then really what changed a lot for me, too, was having my son. Like, I ended up having a son from prison, so that just changed my whole perspective of how I want to, you know, live my life. Even if I never get out, there's still an example I want to set or things I want to accomplish for him, you know?
I've seen the picture with your son, so it must be totally awesome to, when you go to sleep at night, you can think about your boy.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my whole motivation right there. That's my little world right there. And we pray together every night. I actually have a song called Blue Rose, and it's just about him and has him on there, you know, of us praying and stuff. So, yeah, that's my whole world right there.
Cool. Well, here's another track from Wicked. This is a song he did with Mozzie and another one with King Locust. This is called No Sleep, Underground Radio.
Detrimental in my residential. The credentials till I felt official. Took the pistol in my uncle's rental. If I'm with you, then it's unconditional. Cemeteries, obituaries, see homie die for the shit we wearing. Ain't no one cry when the snitch is buried. See mama cry when they read the verdict. Mama, I'm fine, can't be a burden. All that burn just to defeat the purpose. They only curse when they see the service. What's underneath just a deeper hurt. Can't teach, we ain't even learn. Gotta move it now like a secret service. Yeah. And they don't know what they ain't never lived. I see buy dope, can't pay the rent. Watch them die slow, just take a sip. Watch your eyes closed, can't take the shit. Homie died alone, I can't fake this shit. Yeah, my little brother caught a 20p, 20 G's for the lawyer fee, quarter key for the corner street, dope feet got in quarantine, loyalty for loyalty, no peace when it's war with me, no sleep, can't afford a dream.
No sleep, drugs in the cabinet, money under the floor, all these DTs and PD wanna kick my door, she acting sweet but the bitch greedy, always wanting more, can't let the ass make me snore, one eye open, street employed, wide awoke, popping on my okie doke. I got smoke, I got dope, looking like a kilogram and I'm on the go. Wicked low, package in the air, got to get them right. Bloodshot eyes, I've been up all night. No
you know the gangland don't sleep. We in this big body 4 deep. Lick on the bitch body so sweet. She on the 44th floor suite. I gotta be a quarter like 3. I gotta be a quarter like 3. Throw on the Ferragamo tuxedo, they little nigga not important like me. Pull out the Porsche, niggas like sheets. Put up the Porsche back to low key. Throw up the 4 for all the OGs. Crackers just looking for some more leads. I'm out here looking for some more tree. I need some cook, fuck your OG. Mom and them proud to kick the codeine. My mom and them proud to kick the codeine. Fuck is you hating for, it's no need. I would've put you on if you was loyal. I try to treat him like a blood dub out of these millions to make a nigga blood boil. I gotta hold it down for the soil. I gotta hold it down for the streets. Shout out to King Locust and the fella Wicked. We been trying to get it, no sleep. Yeah.
No sleep, drugs in the cabinet, money under the floor. All these BTs and PD wanna kick my door. She acting sweet, but the bitch greedy. Always wanting more. Can't let the ass make me snore. One eye open, street employed. Wide awoke, popping on my okie doke. I got smoke, I got dope. Looking like a kilogram and I'm on the go. Wicked low, package in the air. Got to get 'em right. Bloodshot eyes, I've been up all night, no sleep.
Wow. What do you think of that one, Rach?
Awesome.
That's just great, isn't it?
It's just so emotional and so powerful and just so real and so raw. It's like, yeah, it really affects you, doesn't it?
It sure does. We're live with US rapper Wicked this morning from the South Dakota Penitentiary. You still on the line there, Wicked?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Tell me, what's your biggest fear?
That's a deep one. Man, I guess, I don't know, I would say before, my biggest fear is not getting out of here, but that's kind of changed a little bit to where now my biggest fear is that my life ain't of use. Like I see things differently now to where I want to be of some type of use for the next person.
Yeah.
So my fear would be that I'm not of use to help the next person out, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And what about, say, your biggest disappointment in 22 years?
Oh, yes, 1 minute. So we'll have to say goodbye.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Here's the reality.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've really just, been inspired.
Let the man talk. The stage is yours, bro. Whatever you want to say.
Oh, no, honestly, I just wanted to thank you guys for the platform, you know. Like, it's amazing what you guys do, and like, anything I can do to help you guys expand what you're doing, you know, I'm there. I appreciate it. And anybody out there, you know, that's struggling, if I can help you, just hit me up on Free Wicked on Instagram, and if I can help support what you're doing, you know, and go for it. Go for what you want in life. No matter what the obstacles are, just go for it.
Give us a quick.
You got
give us a quick.
You can make it happen.
Give us a quick station ID, Underground Radio, before we go.
I didn't hear what you said. Excuse me.
Just a quick station ID. Say Underground Radio. You're listening to Underground Radio.
Oh, you listen to Underground Radio with your boy Wicked. Yeah.
Thank you for using GTL.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Just like that. Wow. How was that, Rach?
Wow. That was just, I found that really quite emotional.
Yeah.
And, amazing. Who knew you could do something from jail like that? That's just, it's quite inspiring. And I really find that inspirational that someone can, you know, just change their life inside, which it sounds like he has done. So I really hope for a good future for him, you know, changing his life. And, you know, we hope that he gets out of jail. But even if he doesn't, you know, that his dream comes true of, you know, changing other people's lives for the better.
Yeah, I've still got 2 songs I want to play too, Rach. And, I mean, it really makes you stop and think, you know, if you think you're having a hard day, bro, you ain't having a hard day. I mean, Wicked's had a lot of hard days.
And anyone else that's inside as well, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, let's play this track he did with Outrageous Karina. This is Grit, Don't Quit. You're on Underground Radio.
I be on my my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. Got up on the field from the bench. I've been on the grind ever since. I be on my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. If you're trying to get up out the trench, you gon' have to get up off that bench. Yeah. It ain't in me, it's on me. You know that's facts, bitch. And I can never be mistaken for your last bitch. I'm outside trying to jump tax brackets. $20,000 limit on this little plastic. Ayy, look we different. Broke nigga talking shit, how could I be offended? I want my own shit, baby, I don't wanna rent it. We could get the green out every day, they finna send it. Ayy, yeah, we looted up. Dope air fit, bitch, I'm suited up. Every single night I ask myself, did I do enough? Chef boy, arcade, gotta make that Gouda up. Real shit, a lot of you couldn't deal with. Make something about a nothing, a lot of it I could build with. Real bitch, coming out the tank, yeah, that's real shit. And I ain't fucking nothing unless he paying some bills, my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. Got up on the field from the bench. I've been on the grind ever since. I be on my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. If you're trying to get up out the trench, you gon' have to get up off that bench,
No swag, only know I'm about a toe tag. Whole click with some no rags. I'm spitting off no fags. Taking pictures with a Kodak. High yellow bitch Bodak. On all fours, both flat. On short count, homie, where yours at? I'm just feeling like the man now. Did it all by my lonesome, no handouts. Said you all wanna smoke, where we stand now? Anywhere that I go, bet I stand down, stand down. Too easy with this motherfucking murder shit. Why you think the herd on the curb really serving it? Why you think lurching the birds really slurping it? Why you think word on the turf they learn shit? 20 years past and I'm still go rapping. Tatted up my neck, yeah, I wear it like a necklace. Tatted up my flesh, I'm just living like reckless. Pictures with the press, I don't never feel depression. Scriptures on the dresser, I don't never feel depression. Scriptures out of red got me feeling like a blessing. Visions with the X, yeah, you know I'm going extra, oh the Lord. I can show you how to get it, show you how I did it, but the rest on you, little homie, pay attention.
I be on my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. Got up on the field from the bench. I've been on the grind ever since. I be on my shit. You know that the grid don't quit. You know that the grid don't quit. Yeah, you know what it is. If you're trying to get up out the trench, you gon' have to get up off that bench. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a different kind of show for us this morning, Rach. Not only are we into it about 11 hours earlier than we normally do, but the live interview from the penitentiary in the US, that's something we haven't done before.
No, absolutely. I don't think there's been too many shows like that, for sure. Ooh, we got another call coming in.
You like my ringtone? I think we still got him on the line. Let's see if we can get him back. Oh, man, did you hit the wrong button, Pete? And he'll call back again. I think he had a little bit more time on the line. So just being the live show that it is, you know, we just sort of make this stuff up as we make our own rules. Yeah, he's going to call back. Oh, I think the call that he was on is a timed call, but he can make more than one call. So just felt a bit rushed at the end there. I'm going to see if I can connect this without killing it this time. Hello, you're on Underground Radio. Are you there, Wicked?
Yeah, I'm here now. You hear me?
Yeah, cool, bro. Oh, well, at least you get to say goodbye properly this time.
Back in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for that. It does that every hour. It hangs up on itself, and then I got like 30 minutes left to it. It'll hang up for the night.
Mate, Rachel was getting a little bit emotional just talking about how powerful your music is and the interview with you. We've got one more track that we want to play as well. We're going to play that track called Hell Off in just a minute.
Oh, yeah, play that one. I like that one.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we go, bro?
Oh, on that one, that was an amazing track right there. You know, Pawa's a legend.
Yeah.
So it was an honor to be able to do a song with him and GT Garza. He's up and coming, so yeah, shout out to them.
Well, it's been great having you on the show, and hope you look after yourself physically and mentally in there.
Yeah, right on, man. I appreciate you guys, honestly, man, from the bottom of my heart. Like, you know, I know it takes a lot for you guys to be able to reach out and be willing to help somebody else, especially somebody in here. So, like I said, if I can do anything for you guys, just hit me up, let me know. You know, much respect. Take care of you guys. Take care of yourself over there in Australia.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we really hope that your health is improving, and we'll be keeping you in our thoughts and prayers as well. But thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll play your song.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, it's been cool having you on the show, Wicked. Stay safe. God bless, and thanks for listening to Underground Radio. All right. This is Wicked with Paul Wall and GT Garza, Underground Radio.
Wicked music.
What it do? Bow out. Wicked, what it do? Ay. Ay. My wrist froze like Alaska in December. Diamond dental, head spinning like a blender. I got it out the mud, I didn't have a lender, and I own everything I got. I am not a renter. I'm the highest, I'm something like a tenor. Good business, more money, my incentive. Take the package to the inside of my fender. Now I made it to my destination, time for some dinner. I remember, as a beginner, pockets were slimmer, so I put in overtime from springtime to winter. I had to grind hard, yeah, the opposite of gentle. I'm a marathon runner, not a sprinter. Bow wow, baby.
In with pit bulls, hanging with the deadbeats, gotta know the click rules. New age Rick rules, sweeping with a big broom. Way too much to hold now. Water when my wrist smooth, you know how I'm living. Then I get the tripping. I just wanna ball out, swim around my riches. Boy, this what I'm flipping, honey's what I'm gripping. Running through my old hood, yelling free wicked. Trust me, dog, I'm vicious. Working through the glitches, cooking with the stove on, stirring with the witches. I ain't with the disses, back up, give me distance. We follow the whole out, third cold business, you know.
Dodging confidential, locked inside these kennels, got us talking in these riddles. Ain't no we official, we been boxing since we little. Grew up with the screw ups, never gave two fucks. Living by the law and was shooting before they shoot us. When you cop the ball shit, started selling clue flux. Went to UB Hall, had to sharpen up my toothbrush. I was born in ball shit, started with a few bucks, but now I'm on my Sazy. Caddy looking greasy. Couple little bitches on the street selling keys. Couple little bitches screaming free me till they free me. Couple in the main shit, see me when you see me.
We still here, Rach. We're still here. We haven't gone yet. You still there, Rach?
I am still here.
Yeah, I don't want to turn it off just yet.
Well, that was wow. That was just wow.
Are you still there, Wicked? We're still live around the world on the interweb.
Although we might have just lost Instagram. So if you were watching on Instagram, you can watch on Twitch. And we will be replaying this later, and we'll put all the links out there. So if you want to catch up with the show, you can.
Yeah, Instagram only gives you 60 minutes. That's it.
I see. So we're on a time frame as well.
Yeah.
So have you got any shout outs before we go, Wicked?
Hey, you got any shout outs there, bro, before we say goodbye? You might be having trouble hearing us. You still there? Live! We live!
Yeah. Anything can happen when we're live.
I think that might be it.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, and we will replay this later. And yeah, wow. That is just like, I want to rewatch this whole show. That was great.
Everybody have a great night. Have a good day. We'll see you same time, same channel tomorrow. Peace. There we go.
The underground is from the heart. A lot of people's soul is to get in contact with you. When you underground, you go in and you do what you feel.
Oh my God.
Circumnavigating planet Earth.
Underground radio.
Underground radio.
Right versus wrong. Good versus evil. God versus the devil. What side you on?
Underground radio.
The comedy.